Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Punjab, and Himachal Pradesh. These are the 5 states which have gone back to the old pension scheme or OPS that was scrapped in 2004. And the list of opposition ruled states which are planning to switch to this scheme is also getting longer. After Karnataka, where it has come to power, Congress has now promised OPS in Telangana. And with general elections around the corner, BJP too is weighing its options. Senior party leader Amit Shah recently said that the government will deliberate on restoring OPS once a panel formed to look into it submits its report. Thousands of employees from several states and central ministries like Railways, Defence, and EPFO, under the umbrella of Government Employees National Confederation or GENC, held a rally in Delhi last week in favour of the old pension scheme. GNEC is the industrial unit of the RSS-backed Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh. Their delegation also met Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and expressed concern about the new pension scheme. The OPS guaranteed half the last basic salary drawn as pension without any contribution required from the employees themselves. But this system had stretched state finances. NPS, on the other hand, is a participatory scheme. In NPS, the employee's monthly contribution is equivalent to 10% of their salary, and the government's contribution rate is 14%. Experts suggest that even though the repercussions of state going back to OPS will be felt some years later, the financial burden going forward will be huge.
NPS for those who joined government jobs since January 1, 2004. So the burden currently seems to be more than reverting to old pension system. But going forward, when the employees who have joined since January 1, 2004 start retiring, say from 2034, according to one study authored by pension expert Gautam Bhardwaj and former SEBI chairman Dave, implicit debt liability of pensions to central government employees as well as state government employees would amount to around 65% of India's GDP in 2004-5. Implicit pension debt liability refers to present value of future pension promises.
An article published by the Reserve Bank of India in September called out states that have been opting for OPS just because it is politically favorable and called it a major step backwards in managing fiscal deficit. The article highlighted that the cumulative fiscal burden under the OPS could be as high as 4.5 times that of the new pension scheme. If they switch to OPS, states will only be saving 0.1% of GDP in the yearly pension outgo till 2040, post which they may have to incur an additional increase in pension expenditure by 0.5% of yearly GDP. Therefore, it would only mount their fiscal stress to unsustainable levels in the medium to long term, the article warned.
From the point of view of the state, we have seen that pension bills have been building, and this will only be something which will increase because people keep retiring every year. And in case we go back to the old pension scheme, then the burden will keep increasing. And to that extent, there will be constraints on the government as to how much it can spend on other items. So I think that is the basic thing, because we have the FRBM rules in place which say that your fiscal deficit cannot be more than 3.5%, 3.75%, 4%, whatever has been decided. And at some point of time, we'll be going back to the 3% mark. Now, if states are going to spend more on pensions by going back to the old pension scheme, then there would necessarily be a problem in terms of availability of resources for spending on other heads, like maybe economic or social development. So that's why I think states finally, in a practical sense, will be treading the middle path, and they will actually go a bit slow when they actually come to power.
Andhra Pradesh has found a way to roll out a hybrid of the old and new pension schemes that offers the best of both worlds. The state passed the Guaranteed Pension Scheme, which guarantees government employees 50% of their last drawn salary on a monthly basis, along with dearness allowance relief. The government herein will make a matching contribution to the employee's NPS account and any shortfall in the pension amount will be borne by the state government. The committee set up by the Finance Ministry earlier this year that was supposed to review the NPS and come up with a solution is yet to submit its findings. Experts suggest that maybe a complete reversal to the OPS may not be practically feasible. Rationalizing the two schemes and drawing out a hybrid system would be a more logical and sustainable approach for the Indian economy.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
He's about to land his dream job. Business Standard.